Welcome to Team Effort. Today's topic is how to deal with NotInventedHere syndrome, or why quite a few square wheels have been invented. Hi, I'm Morten from Hyperreactive. Today we're going to talk about the dreaded NotInventedHere syndrome, and in particular how it can impact software development teams. If you're new here, please click to subscribe to the channel. And as always, you can read even more about this topic in the article linked in the description below, where you can also subscribe to our newsletter. This time around, the article contains some horror stories and good advice from the world of tech related to this syndrome of reinventing everything. NotInventedHere syndrome is a common stance often adopted by corporate culture where anything externally created is intrinsically worse than anything created internally. It of course makes sense to assume that anything you develop internally will do a better job at exactly what you need it to do, but it's quite a fallacious leap to go from there to the notion that nothing externally created is worth even considering. The syndrome is most often attributed to management and to the practice of creating systems internally instead of looking at what's available outside the organization, reusing ideas and solutions invented elsewhere. In software teams, this antiquated stance can arise in two cases. It can come from a very senior developer in the team who always wants to build their own thing and never trust external tools because one time some library failed him. Or it can come from junior developers who simply aren't looking for existing solutions and instead are too keen on writing them themselves. Okay, let's do a show of hands. Who has ever created their own content management system? Time tracking? Bug reporting system? Such systems are very simple to describe and easy to hash out. And when you do it yourself, you get exactly the system you want, right? Well, you also get the trouble of maintaining it, and the cost of maintenance might overshadow the initial investment in the long run. Similarly, you might try to create your own small library because all the existing ones are too complex, but that's often because you aren't fully aware of the complex landscape you're trying to venture into. This could be something as simple as date formatting. It seems simple, but it's incredibly complex with time zones and leap years and whatnot. Just use an existing library, it's for your own good. Sometimes though, there aren't any good tools and you need to create your own for a particular solution. But be sure to correctly evaluate all your options. You might be able to find two tools out there that combined can solve your problems, and the little overhead necessary to make them integrate might be worth your time better than trying to do the whole thing from scratch. Sometimes you might even have to compromise. You'll end up getting 90% of what you want at a tenth of the hassle. That's a pretty good bargain. There's however also the opposite problem. You might have heard the expression, nobody ever got fired for buying IBM. And it applies, but replace IBM with, for instance, Salesforce. Too many companies have used Salesforce simply because it's the industry standard rather than because it actually solves their problems. Sometimes an internally developed solution might actually have been better. As with many other things, the key here is to be able to evaluate options in an objective way, figure out the true cost of using third-party solutions versus creating, and in particular maintaining, your own solution and make a decision based off this. If your assumptions are correct, you'll make the right choice. We all fight this fight on a regular basis. Be smart about it and kill your darlings. This brings me to the question of the day. What's a tool you correctly decided not to reinvent at some point? Please give your answer in a comment below and feel free to tag it like this. Finally, remember to like and subscribe for more content like this. We'll be posting new content every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, so make sure to stay updated. When you follow the link below to the in-depth article, you can also sign up for our newsletter on all things relevant for modern web development teams. Keep coding and thanks for watching.